Hey there, I thought I'd do a quick video to talk about the nearly finished item upgrading from House C named items. Now this video is going to be for people who are unfamiliar with this system. Maybe you're new, or maybe you just never bothered, or maybe you just never had this pack. I do want to make clear though that this is not to be confused with the challenge gear upgrading, and not to be confused with the alchemical crafting system. So there's all kinds of gear that can be crafted and upgraded from the House C pack. So this is the nearly finished set bonus that I'm going to be discussing. And this is quite an older pack, and this gear is considerably older, but what's really neat is some of it I think is still relevant. These Fabricator Gauntlets, for example, that I have up now, it's a level 18 item. It's got Strength 6, Resistance 5, Melee Alacrity 10%, and it's going to have a really neat set bonus when we upgrade it. And, I know that these days you can find much better than Strength 6 on a level 18 item, but to have all of that on one piece of gear is pretty cool. And then the other item I'm going to be upgrading today is the Fabricator's Braces, the other part of that set. And this has got a neat Cannith Combat Infusion property to it. It's got some insight and balance, and then again it's going to have that set bonus that we're going to unlock by upgrading it. And so these are named items that drop from inside the quest as well as inside the Slayer zones. And I think one of the things that can make this a little intimidating for newer players is that there's three different upgrading or three different crafting devices that are in these Slayer zones, and figuring out which one you have to go to do what. And there's a lot of running back and forth, especially when you're doing like alchemical crafting. So I think a lot of people just sort of shy away from it because they, like I said, it can be a little bit intimidating. Well, right now I'm at the Cannith melting station, and this is just inside of the first Cannith Manufactory Slayer Zone from House C, and so this is the entrance right here. So it's just a quick run over here to the melting station, and we're gonna need things. We're gonna need to make some things like these dense ingot, metallic ingot, and glowing ingot to upgrade our item. Now, to find out what you need to upgrade your item, just go to DDO Wiki and pull up the item. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, here I am at the DDO Wiki entry for the Fabricator's Bracers, and they have conveniently told me that I need one dense ingot, one metallic ingot, and one glowing ingot, as well as a power cell. The power cell isn't something that's crafted. That is just something you find from the Slayer Zone, and I think you can get them in the quest as well. So let's see, dense, metallic, and glowing. Okay, let's go back to the game. So I'm going to click on the Cannith melting station here, and I'll just type in dense, and then it shows you what you need. I need one Quarforged Juggernaut limb, one set of Quarforged Juggernaut plating, one Iron Juggernaut limb, and one set of Iron Juggernaut plating. And these are just items that come from the Slayer Zone. As you kill mobs out here, the stuff just goes right into your green bag. So I'm going to click on that. I have plenty of stuff. I'm going to hit melt, and boom, that'll go into your green bag. There's my dense ingot. And then I need a metallic ingot. And so there it is. Click on that. I've got plenty of stuff. Hit melt, and there's my metallic ingot. And now I need a glowing ingot, and there it is. And there's my glowing ingot. It was actually the same three things that I needed for the bracers. So now I have two of each of those. And now to actually upgrade the item, those were the ingredients that I needed to upgrade the item. Now I need to go to a different crafting station in a different Slayer Zone. So kind of a pain in the butt, but I'm actually going to fight my way there now. If you don't want to watch me fighting my way to the next crafting station, then just fast forward the video a bit.
Among the sounds of turning gears and venting gas,
this will just take a minute though. And you know what? Let's see how much we can get away with just running by. A rack is it's his chest. That named right there. It's his chest that drops those fabricator gauntlets.
Cannith Golem stands stock still.
So we're gonna just run by, and I'm doing this because I want to see how easily we can just get to the next. Without going through all the rigmarole. You know, if you just wanted to be quick about it. Here's my elevator. And so this is like we would be going to the Raid Master Artificer. There's gonna be a little ambush here. He was able to run right by him. And I can run right by these guys too, so you really don't even have to do any fighting. You know, if you're quick about it, you can just run past stuff. And then right here inside the Artificer Workshop is the other crafting device that we're going to use, the Cannith Forging Station. So click on that. And also wanted to show you that, you know, if you, whatever reason you didn't want to go to the DDO wiki, if you just pop your Fabricator's Gauntlets or your item in there, it shows you what you need. So, you know, you could have gone here first and said, oh, okay, I need these things, and then go back to the other. But it's really easy just to pull up the wiki article. Alright, so awaken that set bonus. Boom! Reforge, thank you. And now I'm going to do that to my Cannith, or my Fabricator's Bracers. Awaken set bonus. Boom! And there it is, Fabricator's Ingenuity. So these gloves is one of two pieces of the Fabricator's Ingenuity set. When both items are equipped, you will get 25% stacking fortification, pretty cool, and +2 artifact bonus to your attack and damage rolls. Pretty cool. In addition to all those other goodies that I have on these two items, now I got a really cool set bonus too. The Fabricator's Bracers comes from Blown to Bits from an optional chest, and like I said, the gauntlets come from the rack chest that Iron Defender rare. And there's I think 4 different sets out here. And like I said, even though this is older gear, some of it still has relevance. Some of it's still pretty cool, even by today's standards. So check it out if you're not familiar with this system and the items that come from this pack. Some pretty cool things. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. And if you are on Sarlona, you're welcome to send me a tell.